Hi there, and welcome to episode 31 of the Banter Podcast. We're fucking off the traditional format so we can finally settle the debate over who would emerge triumphant in a fight to the death between the Scrabion, the Ghino, and the Snelephant. I'm your usual host, drinking the usual IPA, and I'm on Team Scrabion. We're joined by Claire, and she is cornering the Ghino.
I'm Claire, I am cornering the Ghino, and I'm about to crack a can of pale ale. £10 for a crate in Aldi.
Oh,
Bought 3.
But they're stubbies, though.
I know, but how often do you see a crate of Brewdog for a tenner? Right? Team Ghino for the win.
And we have Lorna backing the Snelephant.
yes, and I'm also drinking pale ale.
Now, obviously, there is no way in fuck the three of us would unanimously pick a winner, so we've brought in long-time listener of the show, but first-time guest, Vicky.
Woo! Thank you.
Welcome.
Where's the party hooter?
Was there going to be one?
Oh, you should have had that.
I should have had that, but I do have one of the McDonald's toys that we promised you way back when.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Does anyone remember why I won this?
No.
No. I remember reviewing them in the early days. I mean, I could always bring that back for the dear listeners if it's something that they want.
Oh, it's a Space Jam ball for
Don't
those who are
find
wondering.
the McDonald's toys as good as they were. It's all like books though.
But
No one wants to read a book.
I don't know. The Roald Dahl ones are quite good.
I want a picture of that on your Christmas tree.
Oh, I have a new Christmas tree for this year.
There we go.
I brought one of
Perfect.
Claire's snowflakes
Yes,
as
you
my
did.
first Christmas decoration.
Oh, that's the
Um,
second first of
Yeah,
mine.
we got rid of all our Christmas decks last year, and I have permission to go wild on this year. So you're my first decoration.
I feel very honoured.
So yes, an independent adjudicator here.
Yes, I'm trusting you'll be impartial.
Very.
Good-o.
I am drinking a Darkest Berry Hooch that I have brought specially for. Hey! Ooh.
Is that a good ooh or not? It's hard to tell.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Oh, that sounds so not
It
convincing.
tastes like cough medicine. You have been ill.
That tastes like a soother.
Like something for your throat.
Yeah, the blackcurrant one.
oh wow.
I like the blackcurrant soothers.
It does taste medicinal, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I used to buy those as sweets when I was a kid.
For the sake of context, the reason we're doing this, a couple of episodes ago, we were paying tribute to the late, great Roger Corman, who was helming such amazing films like Dino, Croc, and during that episode, we started to come up with what our own creatures would be. Then automatically got into a debate over whose would win, and then we were like, no, for the 30th episode, let's dedicate that, because it's a special milestone,
Yeah.
to seeing who would win, and then Lorna, unfortunately, last minute couldn't make it. So you and I just winged that podcast, and here we are now, in the same room, talking
31!
about it. Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
In spooky season, it makes sense
Yeah,
to me.
why not? And a fitting tribute
Yes,
to that guy.
yes, to Roger Corman. Shall we meet our participants?
Absolutely. Let's.
Right. Oh, for the viewers, we have no idea what each other's creature looks like. We've been keeping them quite close to our chest.
The reveal will happen in process. You're live, baby.
Yeah, I'll whack it all on the screen. Say hello to the Scrabion, a monster that would make the late, great Roger Corman proud and any member of the Pan-Pacific Defence Corps shit a roided up brick. They're the organisation that fights the Kaiju in Pacific Rim, in case you're wondering, Claire.
Thank you for the reference.
You're very welcome.
Terrible.
That
film.
time.
It's a great film. Yes, this is a dangerous motherfucker indeed, and I look forward to this picture of it being immortalised on the fridge. Please pass it around.
It looks like it's having a big shit.
Oh, I really like the school bus for size
But yeah,
reference.
comparison is
That's
really good.
Thank you.
That's some
Very
good texture
good.
on
That's
it.
I'm
texture,
enjoying the shading.
I love how it's a side view.
I wonder how many
Of course
eyes
it
does
is.
it have?
The eyes are on the front.
I bet, does it have two?
Yes.
Two
Wow.
eyes.
Very good.
Because this is a side view, isn't it? See, you see the
Yeah, right.
profile.
Could have three. Could have four.
I'm not drawing. What review have I ever done with a 3D image? Fucking none. There's like over 70 of them. Not one bit is 3D. I could have done a 3D layer on top of it and had you wear glasses.
This looks like the South Park bus.
Very good.
Thank you. Took half an hour to draw. I did it all myself. I didn't trace anything. I did it mostly by hand
Oh, see, I was going to do it.
and just warped a few shapes here and there.
I tried AI. Did you ever go at that?
I don't know the name of the channel, but there is this guy who uses AI and he does shit like this. He mixes like a crocodile with a shark. You've seen it as well.
That's what I was hoping for.
I was hoping for inspiration. And none of it was
No.
like, I was like, these are just like a vague like amalgamation of the two, and they just look like they've been on steroids for years.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm
There
like,
was
nah, that's and well,
nothing mythical.
nah.
Nothing that I wanted.
You two just realised how fucked you are now.
No, I feel
I
very
would-
secure actually.
I was
Looks
hoping-
aren't going to make you win. Looks aren't going to make you win.
Well, I always thought yours would be miniature. I was hoping for like ones that like loads of little 5
This happens
pieces.
every fucking time we talk about this. In Claire's head, that's what I was going for. But
Yes,
that's what
it
Claire
was.
just wanted.
Just
from
like
it.
millions and millions
No,
of 5 pence
why
pieces.
every time?
Like the replicators from SG1.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
What I was
I at
thinking.
no point said it was going to be that. I was
No,
just
I
like,
know. I just thought it would be
I
better.
really
I'm now
No,
interested. I'm interested whether one would win versus
Loads
millions
of them.
of 5p versions. How they would fare.
I
Well, we
imagine
shall
them
see.
being like crab sized.
It's a big fuck off scorpion. A very
I
well
can tell.
drawn, tastefully shaded fuck off scorpion
I
mixed with a
do,
crab.
I do like the distinction. I do like the distinction.
Thank you.
I really appreciate the school bus for size reference.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's see the fucking Ghino.
You want to see the Ghino?
Not particularly, but here we are. That's a lie, I do. Desperately.
This is the Ghino.
Oh,
I like
geez.
how you went all in with the head details and the rest is just...
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like the horse reference. Yeah. You started off so strong.
Did start strong. I mean, the face is where it's at. I kind of got a bit too fucked after that and just kind of gave up because I was a bit
I
done
love
with
that
it.
you went for all the horns.
Yeah, you got to go all
A little
horns.
goatee there as well.
I was going to go Baphomet ones and I was like,
Yeah.
too much. Yeah.
That's where you draw the line.
That's where I drew the line. But it's even got a little goat tail. That's
I
my
see
favourite
that.
bit.
You can definitely tell it's a rhino's body.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's its tummy? Goat or rhino?
The body
I'd
is
say
rhino.
goat. Is the
I
feet
think
not
I think
goat?
the end
The feet are goat.
goat, yeah.
And the tail is goat.
And
What
size-wise-
can I do?
Mighty Gyno.
The mighty Gyno.
Size-wise, are we goat or rhino?
This is a Coke can.
That you've just drawn.
Coke can for size reference.
Thank you.
I thought it was a smudge.
This is written on the back of something important. There you go, the mighty Gyno.
What colour are we? Sell it to me.
I say all grey.
Does it need set? It sells itself. So I can give you some facts and figures about the Gyno if you would like to hear them.
I would love to hear them.
So, an amalgamation of a rhino and a goat, greatest of all time, and a splash of rhino. Grunt, obnoxious, angry testosterone. Spells goat.
Thanks.
I'm so fucked.
That That is such a good idea.
She wrote that after she drew the body.
And you were confident with that.
I'm so
You're still, oh, you're so confident.
You wait, right. Like a pack of wolves with an inflated ego. Herd mentality of goats with the raw brutality of a rhino. You think it's just
Poetic.
one, dickheads? These come in packs. You get a motherfucking pack of gynos.
How many?
Whoa.
That's what its strength is. Numbers.
Should have drawn them all.
I was going to draw a fucking one. I could have
Should have photocopied the one.
photocopied it. Yeah, stuck them all on a page. I'll draw some friends in the background somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't look so shit now, does it? When you think.
Oh no, my opinion hasn't changed.
Would you say those two are the same sort of size?
I'm trying
No,
to picture
fuck no,
a
mine's way
school
bigger.
bus
Jones
next to a
is
Coke
bigger.
can, and then them respectively.
See,
next
that
to-
Coke can there is...
Right. Imagine this shit crab being
Scrabion.
attacked by an entire pack of these
Yeah.
cunts.
This is what we'll talk about later, Claire. Let's see our opponent as well.
My apologies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I hope this does get on the fridge because I totally forgot about that until I walked in. I was like,
Context for the viewer, whoever wins gets their picture on Mum's fridge
Is this bigger
For
than
a
the fridge?
year.
for a year. But it'll blend in seamlessly with all the
I'm
other shit that's on
hoping.
there. It'll be there forever.
so mine is called the Snelephant. When I was making up this, very much just think scale, okay? Think perspective.
Right. Hope there's a Coke can on there somewhere. Oh wow.
Oh wow!
So as you can see,
Screaming people as well.
so as you can see, as big as Wembley, and I think Wembley holds as much as Redditch. I think Redditch is 80,000 people. There's only a handful of people left. as they've run down, because of the acid, like whatever this is,
The trail.
the trail.
The
The
snail
acidic
slime.
trail.
These like I was there talking to Mum, and I said, yeah, just like goes, and like if you can hold your breath long enough, then you'll get out the other side. And she went, why don't you make it venom?
Yes, Sharon.
Fuck it, yeah, why not?
So shout out to Mum. So it's got like venom and.
I just clocked the little snail eyes on the elephant head.
It's got 4 eyes, so it can look behind it, but don't worry too much because later on when we get to the stats,
Turning circles not too hard.
well, we'll see. But you know,
It's so beady looking.
That's fabulous.
The eyes follow me.
You can tell that's Wembley as well, even if you hadn't writ Wembley
Yeah.
Stage.
thank you very much.
Very
good,
nice.
Lorna. Much better than I imagined, if I'm honest.
Yes, much better than yours.
It's way better than yours.
See, I know that
At least we bothered
they're
with
two's
colouring and
artistic
shading.
level. I
At
have
least mine's
no anticipation
hand-drawn.
of what yours is going to be
Mine's
like, so I don't know
hand-drawn.
if that's good for your...
No, so I said I live like 4 people. None of us can draw. That's why I went AI. They let me down. I tried paint, but I couldn't get the white background when I was copying and pasting images of Wembley Stadium and snails. So I had to do.
Did you not try Photoshop? That's where mine came from.
I've never used, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, the fact that she went straight to paint shows
Yeah.
me that Photoshop probably wasn't
You
there.
know, Scott challenged me to do one of my reviews on paint.
Very good.
Oh.
Oh no, that was fucked. Okay, Claire, since you came up with the method of competition, would you mind explaining to us all how this is going to pan out?
So I requested top trumps style statistics, which should be honest and accurate. No inflation here.
Yeah.
I'm here to nerf anything. that's
Mine are
crazy.
modest, if anything.
I'd say I've been fair to generous.
Well, they're all out of
Okay.
10, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay, spoiler alert, not one of mine is 10.
Oh, you should have done like traditional RPG and given a set amount of stats you could allocate to
Oh,
each thing, and you have to dish them out evenly.
well, there are categories. Claire went for intelligence, speed, size, control, damage, armour, and aggression. So there's a maximum 70 points up for grabs here. Shall I go first? Now, I did all this today, and I had to do a fuck ton of research on Scorpion and crab. Some of it was fucking fascinating. And I'm going to bore you with a ton of it. Okay, so intelligence. Did you know scorpions have sensory organs that help them navigate and determine what's around them? They also have something called pectines that can determine what's a threat, mate, or meal. They're one and the same to me, aren't they? No one's done this sort of research, have they?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Always means no.
They have survival skill that can help them dwell in super tough terrains. They're also capable of socialising, which I was quite surprised with.
Nice.
Anyway, crabs can learn and remember complex tasks. For example, they can navigate underwater mazes. I'm quite impressed with that.
Probably more than what I could do.
They express emotionally, which is way more than any of us can do. And they have really good eyesight, as well as being able to take in a 360-degree panoramic view without moving.
Mm.
And to me, that earned a solid 7 out of 10. Would
Oh,
we-
you've given reasons for yours.
Yeah. Are we happy with 7?
Yeah, I don't have permission.
say-
These are your statistics.
No, I'm just saying, because you could be like, no, you're being like way too generous. Or
I'll
even
let you know,
avaricious.
But you,
Thank
you can have more intelligence than you can have other stuff.
It will. Don't
7.
Worry.
I'll knock it down to 6.
Why?
The reason I'd go 6.
6.5.
Split the diff.
I'll split the diff.
Why would you go 6? I still want to listen.
Because it's more convenient for her.
Well, you can't, I don't think you should be that side of the thirds that you split up the 10. You should be more middle. That's why I tried to knock you down, because I think it's more average.
This is an apex creature. It's going to have the best of both.
You have been around for a long time,
Yeah, they're old as fuck.
but
Oh, are you done?
Oh,
Fine, 6.5 for the sake of fluidity.
okay.
The more I drink, the
I
more
think
I
that's fair.
resist.
That's fair.
How intelligent is the guy now?
Now, I went my own way with this in that I didn't really think about the attributes of a goat and a rhino. I was thinking more that it was a mythological creature and I could decide what the fuck I wanted for it.
No, that's fine. We didn't set boundaries or rules. This is just the way I approach it.
Yeah, I'm just explaining my approach was different. And for me, I've kind of combined this with like wolf mentality.
Right, so packs.
So packs, right? So intelligence, because we are able to navigate amongst each other,
I'm knocking this down straight away. Go on.
I've given myself a reasonable 6.
Oh.
Because otherwise, the aggression and the kind of derpiness of mine really brings it down as an individual. They are only best as a team, so they can be picked off one by one.
No, I'm
You know what I
saying
mean?
4 actually, because would they run off a cliff? You know, if they all started to
Well, it's not that fucking derpy. Fine.
Is this witchcraft that you're doing?
Just
You're not letting anyone drop yours down.
5.
No, during when we was deciding like how to, like pad out our animal expression down there, we also put strengths and weaknesses.
Yes, we did.
So I'm gonna say this, but just keep this in mind, like when you do. I'm talking to Vicky now. When you do start like,
And I judge.
that's it.
Impartially judge.
Impartially judge.
Impartially.
I can tell by the eyes.
But eyes. How many eyes? 4.
2 on the front. It's just
You
like,
too.
4.
You two have
There's
360
nothing
vision.
in those eyes.
So the strength is a laissez-faire leadership style. So very much like other Snelephants can do whatever they want when they want. But the weakness is compassion. So combine that with intelligence. If you have something that cold, the intelligence almost like completely circles back around to 10.
I'm looking to see what number you've assigned this speech to.
Intelligence 1.
But actually,
Oh, it's worth more than that.
No.
No,
We've
what?
been bumped down to 5 and 6 over it.
You can bump her down
I
to
can
0.
see why.
6.5.
My apologies.
Oh, okay.
I'm picturing the compassion.
He's
He's rolled over all those guys, but he's really sorry about it.
I know that's a weakness. Weakness, compassion.
Oh, okay.
As in, like,
Makes
it
more
has
sense.
no compassion. Yeah.
Strength, laissez-faire.
Oh, I see. I'd
leadership style.
say a strength is having no compassion.
In a fight.
In a
Oh.
fight, it would be.
I'm imagining...
Depends what side.
Depends
of the-
what scenario you're looking at it.
That's what I was about to say. For some reason, I keep imagining this fight to be taking place in a city with lots of victims and shit.
Everyone's
Oh, yeah.
pouring out of Wembley Stadium.
Oh, is that what this fight's
It
in?
seems a good setting.
Good.
Because I suppose as well, compassion is a weakness because if none of the other Snelephants give a fuck, they're not going to pack together. So your pack of Snelephants probably would do it one
Isn't it-
Snelephant.
I was living when them two were saying both of them a pack. Because I was like, have you seen the Wipeout? Like, literally just... I don't have to, like, try and hit off, like, the snipers or, like, the individual ones that are going to be overly intelligent and try and come after.
It's just one Scrabion.
You said you like herds, don't you? Like packs?
No, that was Claire.
Just one
I
Scrabion.
think
It's
you
just
guys
one.
were picturing loads of little 5p crabs.
I don't know.
And now you're
They did
forcing
this to
that upon me.
themselves. Yeah.
That's all you can see.
I misremembered that as well, and that is what I thought it was.
Right, speed. Did you know the fastest crab, the ghost crab, can move up to 3.4 meters a second? Considering its tiny size, I thought it was quite impressive, actually.
How many miles an hour is
Jesus.
Oh, I don't fucking.
that?
Some scorpions can move up to 12 miles an hour.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
None of us can move up to 12 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The only thing I do fast is food.
Both creatures are quite agile, but as you can see, the Scrabion has crab legs, so it's restricted to sideways movement, which I do think would be a sick dodge mechanic, though. But with all that in mind, I've given my speed rating a modest 5.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because I don't know, in terms of the 12 miles an hour or 3.4 meters a second, would translate to
I
a
feel like that
creature
would
of this
step
size.
that.
Yeah. Happy with 5?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because it is like 50% of
If
how
yours is
Wait, no,
anywhere
actually,
near
no,
5,
actually-
I'm bumping mine up.
Actually, I think yours actually should be 2.5.
What?
Because you can do the side-to-side plane. You can't do forwards-to-back plane.
Yeah, but they still
Or
move
the
quick.
diagonal.
But the speed of which they can move in that direction
Yeah.
is still...
Yours can only go
yeah.
forwards.
Well, look at your own.
I mean, it seems the most agile.
Sorry, Lorna, I'm sticking with 5, I'm
No,
afraid.
fair,
I think we all
fair,
agree that
yeah.
I've earned
Yeah,
a 5.
you've earned a 5
Thank
there,
you,
I'd
thank
say
you.
so.
Good effort.
The Ghino does not have many strong attributes generally. We very much put all our eggs in certain baskets here, and speed is one of them.
Okay.
The Ghino can best you all in a race.
Oh yeah, I agree with that completely.
Mm-hmm. All 18 of them. How many?
Sure, let's
how
say
many
8.
wolves are there in a pack? Is it less?
I would say so. wouldn't you?
I'm always attacked by about 6 when I play Valhalla.
Let's say
We'll say 6 then.
Yeah.
We'll go with 6. 6 Gynos at speed. You're fucked. I gave myself an 8.
Yeah, I'll agree with an 8. It's
Yeah.
by far the quickest creature here.
It should be, yeah. Or is it?
Fuck
Oh.
off.
Down. The Snelephant downhill.
It just rolls.
Yellow, maybe it's icy. I should have put that.
Downhill in a strong breeze.
I must admit, I did keep it humble, 2 out of 10. But if I could just add a little bit of a bracket to keep in mind, that is longer to hold your breath for you to go all the way through to the other end. So I suppose speed is actually maybe a bit of a strength there. You don't have to be charging. You can just slowly.
But you said that the
Come
slime
on.
was acid, so you don't have to hold your breath. You're
Venom.
Venom.
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
That's slow active.
Oh, it's on theme.
Let you survive until the end, then you fight.
And then you
So
die of
if
the
you-
venom.
if
So you sexually hold your breath for that long,
If you
you
can hold
still
your breath, if you can hold your breath long enough, yeah.
get that last breath of fresh air and then
Done.
What earns you 2 whole points?
What earns me only 3 more than yours?
No, that's fair. What earns you 2 and not 1 or none?
I can probably do more playing.
It has to have more than nothing because it moves.
Okay, yeah. And
must admit,
terrain-wise, you could probably tackle most things.
If not all.
My snail can get everywhere in its little...
you can climb.
Can climb.
I'm assuming yours can do that as well.
It can also go over a pack or a herd of anything.
Literally fucking anything.
It can go over a herd of
You've seen
Gynos.
how many horns I've got. You've seen how many horns I've
It
got.
wouldn't even register. Oh, this is for Vicky to decide later. We can't.
You'd look like pineapple
Okay.
cheese at a party.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
I'm interested why you went snail body.
Just wait, just wait.
No, it's how I envisioned it too. If I was,
It is, but it doesn't seem the most practical.
Are we settling on this farcical 2.5?
I'm saying
2, sorry.
1 at best.
I was.
Yours is slow as fuck.
No, come on.
I split it down the middle.
We could set yours on fire. You wouldn't be able to
I'm
stop,
moist.
drop, and roll.
I'm
And
moist.
it-
Bit of salt and you're fucked.
That's
bit,
true.
Bit of
yeah.
salt on the ice that has.
I should have put that
if
for
the
weakness.
if the guys have gritted
Main road.
outside icy Wembley,
You'd see it coming
Lorna's
miles.
out.
If you get caught under that Snelephant, you deserve to die. You could see it coming literally
That is
miles
so
away.
funny. That is so.
You'd notice Wembley crawling to you, wouldn't you?
You'd feel the approach, wouldn't you? You can't sneak up on anyone. How is that not your weakness? Camo.
We're discovering things about our creatures as we go along. It's healthy.
Hindsight's great.
It is intelligence 1.
Oh, imagine if you ended up being a food group. I'm just
You're
imagining.
fucked if the French arrive.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I'd love that.
You might end up feeding humanity. That's what would happen to the Snelephant. Oh,
That'll be the
Absolutely
feast celebration.
humans are so
Wait
cool.
there. Go on. What are we on to next, please?
No, we haven't given you your number yet. It's
Oh, we
the-
said we'd split it
One
down
and
the
a
middle.
half.
1.5.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, 1.5.
sorry. I think Lorna's going to grab a few points off of this one. Size is the next category. Did you know the minimum size for a kaiju is 20 meters or 65 feet, if you will, according to the law? I don't know who the fuck made this up, but whatever. Now, as you know, I'm using the bus for scale. Now, because I'm a fucking psychopath, I googled the average size of an American school bus, and it turns out to be 10 feet. And because I'm extremely psychotic, I then went back into my image on Photoshop and copied and pasted the bus and stacked it on top of each other until it reached the tip of my Scrabion's pincer.
Oh, fair play.
Thank you.
So autistic.
No, I knew you were going to say that. Turns out my Scrabion is 90 feet tall, or 27 meters. Yeah, weight and width, fuck knows.
Is that big enough for a kaiju then?
Yes, it's 7 meters above minimum requirement,
Oh, gold.
just by pure happenstance. Because of this, I gave it a 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I need to adjust mine then, because I gave myself a 4 thinking it was going to be the lowest, seeing as mine is the
I'm
smallest.
surprised at your 3, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Versus
at
the
yours.
school bus. I suppose you've got nothing, neither of you had
References
anything
to
No, no
to
references.
go on, like, are we comparing it to Wembley Stadium? That's the 5.
Because it's only 7 metres above minimum. I guess 1 being 20 metres, I suppose.
So I gave myself a Coke can for reference. I suppose what we should have done is
Had everything
communicated
for reference.
No, this is
and
more
used
fun.
the same thing for reference. But,
This is more fun.
but it is very small.
How many Coke cans is your...
Well, if you gave me a ruler, I could figure it out. But I don't have a ruler. What was the minimum for a kaiju?
20 metres.
20 metres. I mean, I don't know. What's the average of a Coke
I mean, that's
can?
pretty much a Coke can, isn't it, your Brewdog?
Your Ghino is not going to be 20 metres.
330 milliliter worth of Ghino. How many cubic square milliliters?
That's probably like 7 inches.
No, it's
It's
not.
It's not! God, you can tell you're a lesbian.
I have no idea.
Ask Joe, it'll probably be 10.
It's the girth for me.
It's a good 12 inches, that can.
I'm definitely trying
It's
to
a good
set
foot,
a
it's
picture of a cat.
Right, Claire, I will settle for anything less than 3 from you, or I'll have to bump it up. For
Yeah, I mean, I gave myself a 4, but I think we should swap. I'll have the
Why don't we
3,
hear all 3?
and you have the 4.
Oh,
And
Lorna's
then
killing
we'll
this
judge.
category. The Snelephant is irrelevant in
The
this
Snelephant
chat.
should be a 10.
At
it's
least.
bigger.
Somehow at
But,
least.
but is it though? I think 9 school buses.
Yeah, but
it's fairly
Yeah,
high.
but Lorna's is substantially bigger than mine.
And also, if you have a
How
look,
many school buses is Wembley?
have a look at the size.
Most
skyscrapers as
kaijus
well.
in Pacific Rim aren't that long at all.
Very good.
That would be a category 5 motherfucker right there.
I think they're all going to on the fridge.
Okay, I'll swap them. Swap scores.
I say swap for
Alright,
me.
so mine's a 4, yours is a
Because
3.
I did my Coke can for reference because I thought it's usually a Coke can or a lighter for side reference. So I thought, well,
I've
lighter's
seen a lot of
too
people use
small.
bananas recently.
Yes, yeah.
Banana for scale.
Banana for scale.
Banana for scale. So I went with something common. And then when I heard that Joe had done school buses, I looked at mine and I thought, oh.
I was tempted to go big dick and put a little picture of the White House under there instead.
Oh, it was a picture of the Snelephant. In fact, this is not a Coke can.
If you squint real good.
You'll see that that's the Snelephant for reference.
Alright, Lorna, what number have you given the Snelephant size?
It should be 10.
4.5.
Well, you did say that you didn't do any 10s at the start of this, did you?
You can have a 10.
I have done 10.
I have a 10 as well.
Oh, what the?
Yep, don't you question my 10.
I can't argue with a 10 for the Snelephant on size.
No,
You?
I can't.
No.
It's exactly what I would expect.
Fab.
Control. This one confused me because you based this off the Robot Wars categories, didn't you?
Not necessarily.
I thought you did. So I googled the control.
I'll style, control, damage, and aggression. Yeah.
I thought you
but loosely. Open to interpretation, all of this.
Oh, it
let's
had to be.
honest. Yeah.
Hear me out. Crabs can be quite nervous and remember experiences that cause them pain and, in my head, would make them quite hesitant. Scorpions tend to be a lot more gung-ho, according to the internet. So mixed with the aforementioned intelligence led me to a 6 for control for my kaiju.
Cautious, risk averse. Yeah, that makes sense,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
They kind of like meet in the middle-ish.
Yeah, and I'd say you're much more in control than the Ghino. So yeah.
Oh, way more.
I agree, yeah. I agree.
I would like to argue, but I can't. Because one of the descriptors for the Ghino is obnoxious and one of them is angry. And when you put those together, control is not usually what you would find. So the reason why I gave myself a 4 is because I thought about those things and then I also thought, well, when we're together, we're stronger and it helps us to focus, which bumped me up a tiny bit, but not much.
Well, the door can swing both ways on that. When
That's
you're
what I'm
together, it
saying.
could be worse.
We
It
could
could
ham
be
each other
super
up.
toxic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it could be like-
I've seen many a goat interlocked at the horn and just they're just locked and they're out of the question. They're gone.
That's a 3 then, isn't it?
No, because it takes a lot of control to be disciplined in a pack. When they're focused, they're fucking apex. But, you know, when they're bored, they go a bit buck wild.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, I am keeping it humble with this one. That is a 2.
A 2?
A 2.
Really?
There is absolutely no control.
That's scary.
Why the 2? Why?
No control is 0.
0.
Mechanically, they can move. So there is some mechanical control there. But there's no. It's big as Wembley and just goes.
Completely
The
mindless.
intelligence is not there, the speed's not there. It's just slow death.
God.
What about the damage?
Now this is where I flourish. Brutal pincers and venomous as fuck sting are fueled by the lust for fatality, even towards the most biggest of foes. I've gone for 9 on damage.
Whoa!
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's high.
Yeah,
I
9.
suppose in terms of
Look at it.
arsenal, you do have 2 weapons.
It'll grab you and then sting the fuck out of you.
Yes. So you got a bit of control, you got a bit of
Stop
damage.
moving your leg.
So it does only have the 1 pincer.
No, it's 2. Imagine this the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, crabs
you've got
only
3 weapons.
crabs only have one big one, and the other
This
one's
one has
small.
2. Because
You
scorpions
can
have
only
2.
see one. It's only got 1 eye.
Scorpions have 2 and they're symmetrical. It's a mixture. isn't it?
Right, I see.
Oh, come on, I've gone. Mine's the most logical out of the 3 of them.
It is.
I imagine it would be quick and deadly.
Yes.
I imagine it gassing out really quick.
No, it wouldn't gas out. No, it wouldn't at all gas out. And I mentioned this in aggression later. Because, actually, no, wait, I didn't mention
See?
it in aggression.
Gassed
Well, no,
out.
because it's hesitant, yet also gung-ho, it would balance out. And therefore would use its strengths wisely. It would ration them out for a nice long fight, as opposed to just doing what McGregor does and blows his wad in the first round and then he's fucked. There's longevity in this creature. 9.
If it
Damage.
8.
Fuck off.
No, out of all of us, yours probably does the most, has the most opportunity for damage in terms of most weaponry. Gotta have something.
Yeah, because that is 3 weapons, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see what people say about this. What you've put down.
I'm gonna lie, I stopped making notes.
At least you started.
Vicky's already decided who's winning. The rest of this is just pageantry.
we'll
I
see
don't
who
even
wins top
understand the
trumps.
notes that I have.
Read them at the end. Alright then, the Ghino damage meter. Let's go.
So, damage for the Ghino. I too have weapons. I have my fat as fuck horn at the front, which could pierce any foe.
Anything.
Especially when you're essentially
Matter.
rolling jelly. I mean, this is armor-piercing shit right here. Armor-piercing shit. You can have the armor of a tank and this shit's getting through. We've
From
got
one
3
direction.
horns.
You are chatting shit.
From one direction only.
I got 3 horns.
But only coming from one
But they
direction.
appear to be like,
Yes, but
It's
unlike
like
you,
they're
like,
facing backwards.
yeah, they're like backwards or in line with your ears. They're
So
not
the
facing
side.
forwards.
it's perspective.
What was your control?
Of course it is.
My control was a 4. My damage,
Oh,
however, is a
dear.
6.5.
When
See,
she can control it.
If anything, I reckon that the Ghino would gas out real quick. Because I just reckon it's just blind, dumb, peppering to fuck.
Yeah, but there's 6 of them, remember.
They'll
So
all
they
do-
can take it in shifts like a relay race.
Are they smart enough for that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Intelligence is a 5 out of 10. They can get shit done.
I'd maybe split the difference. What was it? You wanted 4.
Split the diff. I was considering a 7.
For damage?
I'd go
For
5.
damage?
Yeah,
I'd
I'll
go-
agree with the 7. I'd have even settled for an 8, but if we're going for a 7, we're
I'd
going
go
for a
on
7.
5.
Nah, it's worth more than 5.
6.
Way more than 5. No, it's 7
It's
minimum.
a very slow manoeuvre.
Yeah, but it's
Yours
relentless.
is a slow manoeuvre.
Just chugging.
It's going to be
Oh, I don't
relentless
know.
peppering.
Go to do shift when they want to shift.
My speed is an 8.
Okay.
My speed's an 8. I can ram at you.
That's
with...
a safe 6, 7. whatever.
Get the fuck. It's a 7.
7.
I was considering a 7.5.
6.5.
That horn's definitely a through and through.
I think
Yeah,
it's worth
through.
more than a 7,
It
personally.
could. Thank you. We'll go 7.5 then. We're in agreement.
I'd have pushed for 6.
What do you reckon, Vicky?
I'm not convinced you do any damage with those top horns, if I'm honest. They're backwards.
These ones?
Yeah, they look backwards to me.
Sure, but this one.
That one.
That's good.
That one.
That's
yeah.
good. It would fuck up both of them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Armour's next.
Armor piercing. Head.
She's covered her
wow.
covered all bases.
No, well, we'll see. We'll see.
With your soft as fuck belly.
We'll go into that in a minute. Are we going for a 7.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So these next 2, I was thinking during the game maybe we could do like a toying castle, like you have to flip something.
Toying cards.
Yeah,
Hang on. What's your damage meter?
because I had 9.
Ah!
And then I went 2.
Oh God, that was a big jump.
Because it is that, isn't it? Nothing really pierces it, because obviously it just like slowly goes over
Nothing
everything.
pierces it. You're jelly.
That's what I mean.
I could destroy you with a spoon.
No, but
I think I killed 3 snails on the way down.
No, not this way. Like baby cake.
I reckon that shell is brutal.
Like we're talking damage. So
Yeah.
the damage would be like
The
the
damage you inflict.
suffocation.
If it gets you, you're fucked, but it's going to take a lot for you to get something.
But how would, like, if you do a bullet, say, it's just going to go into it and then bounce back out? Quite literally like a big jello.
I feel like that on the body, but the shell.
Yeah,
Like the
it's a
shell's
shell,
keeping all the organs.
Should we just do the toy cost? Shall we just do the toy cost?
And I think that's fair. Just on these next 2, could we do a toy cast? Then after that,
Again, are we...
coin toss, Jesus.
I thought you were gaslighting me.
None of us said coin toss correctly, it's fine. Okay, Vicky, to determine the damage output from the Snelephant, would you mind flipping the old malt cider cap?
2 is the top. Yeah.
Okay, 2's the top. Got it.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
9.
Yes.
A 9 for damage.
That was
Oh,
clever.
that's
If the coin toss hadn't existed, there's no way you'd have got away with a 9.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely
The
no way.
strategic-
The same amount of damage
Made it a
as
fun
the
game and everyone
Scrabion.
was sucking
Bullshit.
in. The gambler in all of
I feel
us.
like
I
that
would
was
love
the
to
right.
know how many.
I don't even know where she got the 2 from, if I'm honest.
All in the balance.
The illusion of give and take, then. I'd love to know what score I started on and what I ended up on because of your deductions. Crafty as fuck.
Armour. It's the next category. Obviously, a crab shell is very formidable to overcome, and the majority of the Scrabion is covered in that. A scorpion shell isn't as strong, but can survive being stepped on or struck by a blunt object, and is apparently flexible enough to allow them to flatten themselves into a coin's depth. Did not know that.
Oh.
Wow.
Obviously, but such a feat isn't possible, considering it's like mostly crab armour.
The tail can be flattened.
To a 5p piece, I might say.
Armour-wise, I've gone for 8.
Yes, I can see that.
I know what you're going to say. Your horn's not getting through the orange bits. Maybe you'll get through the exposed
Maybe
belly.
you said blunt. This isn't blunt.
Why
This
did
is
you
an
say-
armor-piercing horn over here.
It's
You've
a
got
maybe.
your weakness is your soft belly. I told
You've got to get past all
And
the
we've
deadly shit
established that-
first.
Claire is smaller, so could fit under said
Underneath.
belly.
Yeah, you know, like Shelob and Samwise, how he stabs the shit out of the
And runs
underbelly.
forward.
Yeah, see, you're fucked.
You might not be tall enough to reach it.
I will be with my coat can. You said you flattened down to a coin.
Yeah, but it's not going to do that for the sake of your convenience, is it?
When you sleep in, I'll sneak it.
If this bit flattens to a coin, it's harder for you to reach.
I can get the tail.
It wouldn't do it for you, though.
There's always a chink. There's always a chink in the armour, isn't there? That's what I'm saying.
It's the Death Star, this is. It's weakness.
It's not fully operational.
Why put the weakness in there?
Oh, you got to give them a chance, haven't you? Come on, it can't be 10s across the board. It'd be boring otherwise.
Is it set? You went for 7 or 8?
8.
Who's got the most armour out of all of us?
I was thinking, because it is 3/4 armour.
I could have easily have gone full on crab for all of it, but I was like, nah.
I suppose
fuck
it's
it.
not even
Yeah.
3/4 armour, it's half armour. The top and front is armoured, the
But
bottom and back isn't.
the legs are armoured.
8. Okay. Yeah. Because let's be honest, it is only like sort of 2% or 20% of the whole thing that isn't armoured.
That 20% is all I need.
I love that no one has yet debated this hard on any of Lorna's scores.
Fear is a powerful tool.
We've got a coin toss.
No, I don't think it's 20% vulnerable. I'd say that's probably about 60% crab armour, 40% scorpion armour.
So you give yourself a 6.
Nah.
No, because scorpion
I'm-
armour's still quite tough, apparently, and flexible.
Right, which is where the 8 came from. Alright, we'll let him have his 8.
Thank you.
Because it's got to like I said, it's got to have some strength.
It can attack heavy and it can withstand
Yeah,
a
but
beating.
look at its belly.
It's still tough armour, though.
It's fucked.
It's not crab tough. It's not
Armour.
fucked.
Armour piercing horn over it.
You can pierce a tank,
You
apparently.
should have put it the other way around. It would have stood a chance.
Nah.
Crab on the belly. I'd have done that.
It
I
stands a
think
perfect chance.
crabs have soft bellies as well, though.
Yeah, oh, good point.
It's a sick drawing, isn't it?
It's better than what I expected, to be honest.
Thank you.
I would have definitely put one claw slightly above the other, so it was obvious there was two.
I was considering doing that, but then realised immediately I couldn't be fucked.
No.
I know. It's got shading.
I was going to say, I really like the colour.
Thank you.
In fairness, yes, mine is lacking colour. That was a
Bit of a faux pas.
It was.
I expected better from you, I'm not going to lie.
It took me longer to find a Sharpie than it did.
Don't you have, like, qualifications in art?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not finding a shop.
I'm technically an artist blacksmith. So, this is... I could sign this and it might be worth,
The paper it was drawn on.
which already has a note on the back, which devalues it immediately.
And a corner missing.
And a coffee stain.
So,
Tracy Emin has her unmade bed. I have my unmade Ghino.
tell me about the Gyno's armour.
The Gyno's armour, I went for a solid 8. Rhino skin is pretty decent,
It is.
and it is essentially all rhino skin, because the only goat features really I've just realised is his little goatee.
And it's,
It's got a
and its
tail.
hooves, and its
And hooves are hard.
and its horns
And it's
at the
horns,
top.
yeah, but
Yeah,
essentially
hard,
we've got rhino armour, which is decent.
Yeah,
So I went with an 8. Although I would say that my armour isn't as good as
that's what
yours.
I was going to say.
So when you went with 8, I feel like mine should be a 7 or a 7.5. Mine should be less than yours, I think.
I would vote for 7. I think that's fair.
Would you? Not the 7.5. You're not vouching for my half point. That's really surprising.
Well,
It doesn't aid her.
We're coming to the end. We might as well
And for that
start
reason, I'm
round
having
and around.
We'll have the 7.5.
A
Fuck the
7.5.
Snelephant.
Yeah. We've cottoned onto your game, Lorna.
It's all the
But
same
yeah,
thing,
decent.
isn't
That
it?
can withstand a lot. That is acid resistant. I know that is.
Venom. Melissa.
That's it. Thank fuck someone's paying attention. Honestly, Vicky, if you weren't here, we'd be fucked.
Oh, yeah.
On my very consistent notes that I keep forgetting.
Venom resistant, right? Guy, know that.
Yeah, mine's one last coin toss because again,
Between a 2 and a 9, by any chance.
I went 4 and 9.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That's
giving
better odds. Buff the stats.
I'm surprised you guys are settling for the coin
No,
toss.
It's going to
again.
be it's between
The
an 8 and a
Snelephant
9.
That was the coin toss was a novelty, and that's
The Snelephant has no armour. You've got a shell.
Okay.
and
Tell me
that's
about
it.
the shell.
2 and a 9. Well,
2.
It's very thick.
You've got tusks as well
To be honest, the tusks are.
from the...
They're just for
Decoration.
decoration, yeah.
I was speaking to Joe
It doesn't matter.
off air.
You fucking
I'm
win the
wondering
9
if the
then.
trunk has
damage.
any
Abilities.
capabilities.
Does it spit acid?
I just hit what? What does
Oh
it
my
do?
god, the
Does
trunk
it
should
suck-
so
does
spit
it suck
acid.
people up? You can strip them.
Can the trunk
Oh,
spit
wow.
acid?
What does it do?
I must admit, it does just nourish the
Oh.
snail's body. I do
Nourish the blood of its enemies.
I mean, it does it bloodlust, but that's all mental. So yeah, between
Everything's
that
for
9 and
decoration.
2 then. The ivory, yeah.
So
It is
you're-
ivory tusks.
So 2.
2 and a 9, yeah.
I thought it was a
2.
4 and a 9. That
It's
we're
a
flipping
4 and a
between.
9.
I'm just
Let's
saying,
have another
wasn't it
coin
attack
tosses.
9?
Yes.
Hold on.
No, its damage was 9 and I'm
The damage
livid.
was, yeah,
I
the
was
same
livid
thing.
about
Damage
that.
was 9.
So then
But you
I
just
thought-
told me everything's for decoration.
No, wait there. I told you about my venom. I told you about how big I was.
if they're slow enough to fall under you.
Yeah, really. But by the time I get to the city centre, you can't move on big as well.
By the time you get there, the fight will be over. You'll be picking scraps.
Well, did you see I parked myself outside Wembley Stadium?
Ready.
Yeah.
It was a one
You
and
had to
done.
set off a year before everyone
Yeah,
else.
we would definitely have to come to you for this fight, wouldn't we?
So we'll do the same again for armour.
No, 2.
For armour.
Yeah.
You are jelly. You are
And
I
a
know
big
you've
old
got a shell. I know you've got a
3
shell.
then. Well, give us 3.
The reason why you're getting a 2 is because of the shell. Because you can go into it, but you still have a gaping opening where there's just jelly, and I can jab the shit out of you with my 6 armour-piercing horns. You're fucked.
Yeah, you'd be pretty fucked against my pincer and
I'll be
stingers as
picking
well.
you up like an olive.
They're not just decoration.
Oh, aren't they? Tell us more about
The trunk should
everything.
have spat venom.
Yeah,
Very
that's
least.
a sick idea. Does the trunk spit venom? This is your
Releases-
very last chance to say yes.
Toxic venom.
Soul-destroying venom.
One more coin toss for a 9 or a 2.
Fucking hell.
I think we should coin toss whether your tusk makes any damage, your trunk spits venom.
She's
We're
no,
going to toss
the
that.
trunk
Yeah,
venom
toss
thing
on
has
that.
sailed. The trunk venom thing's sailed.
No,
You have 3
I
chances to
don't-
say yes.
Only the venom comes from the bottom. I am standing by that.
2 it
You're
is.
I'm putting
sabotaging
I'm
everyone else as well as
I'm
yourself.
putting a 2 for the Snelephant on armour. The last category, aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Equilibrium achieved by ways of the scorpion's aggressive nature and the crab's nervousness. But if push comes to shove, then it's game on. 5. It's literally the middle ground.
Yeah.
Right, you shocked me there because I don't know if I would say a 6. Yeah.
What game are you playing?
Well, I just think that's.
Such an entity of this, aren't you?
Well, I think, you know.
Have you ever seen a scorpion strike? It's like proper.
And it doesn't run away after,
It
does
doesn't.
it? It goes
It
on.
stands its ground and it's like jam, down, down, down. Maybe, yeah, maybe a bit higher.
But the crab is the exact opposite.
Oh.
And they kind of meet in the middle.
The crab is pretty mellow.
Which is why I went for 5.
I give yourself a 5.5. I'd say you're on the higher side.
Depends what day
You
it
have
is.
highlighted that you are mostly crab.
The mentality of a crab. The airs of a scorpion. 6, you said.
5.5.
5.5.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Thanks for the upgrade.
That's alright.
Now,
Keep that in mind.
the Ghino has a mixed bag, I would say, when it comes to strengths and weaknesses. It really is quite spread across the board. However, I did say that I had a 10. Aggression is my 10. And I think it is absolutely earned.
I agree, because you've said several times over 2 podcasts now about how aggressive this cunt is.
I've played Goat Simulator, so
Right? You've been attacked by a goat.
I've been attacked
Yeah.
by a goat.
Imagine a goat fucking rhino.
The horns were facing the wrong way with the goat. I was like, if these horns were pointing forward, I'd be dead by now.
Yeah, like the Gyno has.
No, they're not facing forward. No way in fuck.
This
are they
one's
facing
forward.
No,
No,
not that
not
one. I'm
the
on about the
solid ones.
goat horns.
These ones, yeah, it's from behind tax.
Oh, come on.
So wait, that's a vertical horn. That's not facing like that way. That's just straight up.
But what do rhinos
Yeah,
do?
I know they duck
They
their head
charge
and
with their head
And they
fucking
flip.
Fuck, so you ain't getting
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah,
near
yeah.
that scorpion.
Very flexible. Agility this fucker's got. It's like a gymnast.
If I would
It's a shame
say.
agility isn't that categories.
It would be another 10.
I would go. I would go 9.
There was agility 9 for the Snelephant.
No. No. But for aggression, for what's going on next, I think that yours should be a 9.
For what's
8,
coming
9.
up next? Yours is mindless. There are no thoughts in your jelly bag.
How much more aggression can you get?
Snelephant has nothing on the mighty Gyno.
You've said previously that it's very emotional, very emotive, so that you have to give room for some other emotion automatically. It can't just be 100% 1. So we're going to have to knock it down, I'm afraid, 1 or 2. So how about 8? No,
It's
we'll
probably
go
not
9.
making a flip a coin.
No,
We'll
the
go
10.
1 or
I'm in
10.
the I'm in the 10. I'm in the 10.
Absolutely
nine?
not.
What
You
about
can't
9?
bullshit your way to downplay the aggression. It's frowning. Have you seen this face?
Everyone's got 1 10, haven't they?
No,
I
no.
might have more.
Have you not got a 10?
No.
You might have more 10s. There's only 1 category
Did you put aggression 10?
left.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not. I'd say indifference 10.
No way is your
Mindfuckery 10.
Yes, yeah, pure manipulation.
I will
of the
settle for
overall.
anything less than 5.5.
For the snail,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
A strong rebuttal. Should we say a 5?
A 5.5.
that's generous. That is so
5.5. Let's get
No, you're not
No,
equalising
no.
aggression for mine.
No, because if Joe's is on the... In fact, yours should be a 4.5 in that case. Because if yours is
We'll go
on
for
the
it.
aggressive side of mid, yours should be on the...
The opposite.
So that's 4.5.
4.5.
That's the same number.
4.5.
4.5.
I'm putting 4.5 for the Snelephant's level of aggression.
I feel like she's gone for a 10, knowing that you would
Just
knock her down
bust.
half, But if she'd have gone with a 0, you'd have accepted it.
So good.
Did you even... Oh, you did actually write your numbers down previously.
I really did want to think.
That's what I do when I'm offering people compensation. I go really high, knowing they're going to make me halve it.
Okay, the calculations are in. Apparently, mine is the most intelligent. The Ghino is obviously the fastest. The Snelephant, shockingly, is the biggest. The Scrabion has the most control. It's a tie in damage output between the Snelephant and the Scrabion. That is a fucking robbery. The Scrabion has the best armour, and the Ghino is the most aggressive. Now, adding all those points together, so as far as the game of Top Trump's creature feature is concerned, in third place, and out of a possible 70 points, is the Snelephant with 30.
And you had that 9.
Between the
That coin toss did nothing for you, did it?
Between the Scrabion and the Ghino, there is 1 point between them.
Oh.
The Ghino has 45 points. And the Scrabion has 44.
Yeah, that's because you didn't give yourself a 10.
I know, I should have.
You should
So the
have.
Ghino,
What category would the 10 have been, thinking back?
I knew.
either armour or damage.
You all
probably
mocked
damage.
the Ghino in the beginning.
Yes, and throughout.
Listen back.
And I still will afterwards. It's shit. But congratulations to the Ghino for
Yeah.
winning Top Trumps.
Cheers. Kick all of your asses.
1
Twice
point.
over.
But that doesn't matter. A first place in Top Trumps will not earn the Ghino a position on the fridge. That is down to Vicky. I have questions.
I probably have no answers.
The notes that you've made are very intriguing. Can you please read them out for the dear listeners?
This is what you've done.
I forgot my notes existed for the most part. For the Scrabion, 360 view,
Mhm.
sidewalks off belly.
Damn
So
right,
like
something.
a shit haku. The Ghino, 6 venom resist.
Oh.
And I'm assuming that's the pack of 6.
And
And
that
that you're
was- yeah.
venom resistant. So you added that caviar in.
I first said that's a direct attack, but we shall see.
It is a direct attack on your shit armour.
And I have very little down for the Snelephant. My apologies, I have no compassion. But biggest. And I have compassion there
Thank you.
twice for some reason.
Compassion question mark.
So much compassion.
But I am torn between compassion being a weakness and a strength.
Oh, okay.
Aren't we all?
I
For such a simple creature, very complex.
The creature that you think would win the fight is the one that's going on the fridge. But
Mm.
which was your favourite drawing?
The artist in me, says Claire,
What?
with the Ghino.
It's not coloured! There's no
That's-
shading!
That to me is not a drawing.
I drew it with my own hands.
I know, but I struggle to see it as a drawing.
How?
Because it's digital.
Oh, wow.
I drew it.
I know.
That's a
it's-
fucking farce.
And it's my...
That's- Bullshit.
I don't know, I can't explain it. Maybe it's because I draw
Mhm.
on paper. So I can relate more.
The fact that this
The effort that went
the
into
Snelephant, the effort in the Snelephant is 10 out of 10.
Yes.
The fact that you
agreed.
coloured this in, what was it you used?
With 4 mediums.
medium amount of mediums.
Beautiful use
We've
of
got the
negative space.
watercolours, we've got crayon, we've got Sharpie,
Oil pastels.
oil pastels, and you've got that funny crayon with the little pieces.
Yeah, they used to
Build
get...
your own crayon.
That's it, yeah.
The crayon. How did you describe this crayon?
You used to get it in the goodie bag. Remember, I used to go to like parties, and it was
Yeah.
like a pen like that, and a proper sized pen, and you'd pull out.
You could
the
push the wax
You wanted
crayon
the
through.
glue and it was in the middle. It was...
Like you'd run out and you'd go on to the next one. Yeah, they had the same with pencils ages ago, didn't they? You could just push
Yes.
the little lead bits through, yeah.
That is a commitment to a
That's
drawing.
a
Yeah.
throwback.
Yeah.
Wow. How long did it take?
I don't
Was
know.
it done in one
Probably
sitting or?
half hour.
Oh, really?
It's sitting with a cup of tea, etc.
Etc.
It lasted one whole cup of tea. But I
And a few
appreciate
etceteras.
the level of detail
Thank
in the
you.
Scrabion.
The shading's very good.
So I don't feel like I can judge on
I can guarantee I put
the image
least,
of it.
I put the least amount of effort in.
But I think that because you're
You've
a
got depth.
good
though,
drawer
haven't
anyway.
you? You have got.
I
good
wasn't
depth.
willing to put any more effort into this drawing than what you've got.
Let's cut to it. So,
I'm struggling the most with the Snelephant.
We all are.
If I'm honest.
That is a cry for help. You know when like I did it and then wrapped it up and then obviously didn't see it until I came and like showed it you lot. I thought, effing how.
How do you imagine the fight playing out?
I know you guys aren't on the socials probably as much as I, but there's a video of a girl that tries wasabi and then just goes, help. That's what I picture with the Snelephant arriving. And
It
then...
wouldn't arrive. Again, you'd have to come to it.
And then going, help. Wait there, what the? I don't know, I just want a picture. It's what I'm feeling.
The Snelephant arrives at Wembley Stadium, a pack of Gynos.
Precisely when it means to.
One Scrabion.
Yes,
If you had more,
Right,
you'd have had more of a chance.
it is what it is.
I think I would lunge towards you.
Lunge.
I feel like you guys
The
haven't told
Snelephant
me.
lunges now. Where was this in the speed chat from
So
earlier?
you've told me your numbers. You
Yeah.
haven't told me how you would attack. Would you have a heavy attack? Would you have a light attack? How would they attack? I know how they move.
Oh my
I'm really
God.
interested in how the Snelephant attacks.
The Snelephant is about to
With its
lunge.
With its 9 points. How would sell it to me?
The selling of it has been what we've been chatting about for the
But you
last...
No, Vicky's got a point.
You've
I
told
wanna-
me how they are all standing still.
I want the story.
You moving sideways, but
Give us the cutaway.
I do
that's what
keep
we
forgetting about the sideways
that
thing.
like how are you then, approaching the battle with any sort of haste?
Want. Right.
You're just going in a circle until you eventually get to the middle.
Yeah, the Scrabion slowly goes round as the Snelephant slowly endows the whole herd of Gynos. Now, by the time the Scrabion has got a small enough circle, it just dashes it in the side, cuts it in half.
I envision the Ghino...
First to go is the Scrabion.
No way. I envision the Ghino going for the Scrabion and those two end up in a tussle as the Snelephant passionately tries to make its way to the
The
confrontation.
battlefield. Yeah.
And then when Mining Close Creatures realises the Snelephant is in full...
With
we
its
look at
zero
it, we're like,
intelligence, it
what
might
the
forget
fuck?
why it's there.
The sword is off.
Just as
It's travelled for 365 days and left its wallet at home.
and they never saw each other again.
I think the bulk of the fight will be between the Ghino and the Scrabion.
Me too.
Yes, I believe so.
They might fight each other to almost death. And the Snelephant comes and just pips you
I
to
would
the
still take third.
pips you to the bone.
Joint third. That's fair.
Joint.
I imagine the Scrabion and the Ghino fighting, and then whoever wins takes on the Snelephant. Or it could be one of those where it's like enemy of my enemy is my friend situation.
With yours, is there an alpha? So one the more powerful than the other?
Or who's got the biggest horn.
Yeah, is it I feel like when there's a pack, there's an alpha.
Coin flip.
my
It's a
God.
good old fashioned cock off. But no, you know in Jurassic Park with the T-Rex, and then you've got the Velociraptors that really do the heavy lifting. Don't get the credit, saving the day.
Who wins that fight?
Well, let's see. Who ends up surviving all of the
What about the
films?
Raptors versus the T-Rex? The T-Rex won that. This is your T-Rex with a stinger.
It actually did. It
Can only move sideways. And it's got a beer belly.
No, it
No,
hasn't.
soft. What is it? It's got a soft,
Soft belly.
It's not soft.
360 soft belly.
It's not soft. It's just not as hard as the fucking crab armor.
It's
It's
got.
still hard.
It's like bubble wrap that belly. I'll be popping it with my horn. Pop, pop, pop.
I've built like a whole new hour's worth of content here. by
Yeah,
asking
just
for-
imagining the battle scene.
I agree with the two being the main feature of the fight. The Scrabion and the Ghino. I'm pointing on a podcast, which is never helpful.
Regardless, the Gyno's it's gonna fuck you all up. I also feel like, in fairness to the Ghino, I feel like the Scrabion and the Ghino would be battling, and then there'd be like a clinch scene when you're both like locking shit, and then you both
Look at the
across.
same direction, and the Snelephant's there. We're fucked.
Just climbing all over both of you.
Yeah, 4 of the 6 Gynos have already gone.
We're getting engulfed in fucking venom acid or whatever the fuck
I
it
think
is.
we've got our answer.
Oh, fuck off.
Opportunistic. Doesn't even realise that it's joined the battle.
It's just on its way home and accidentally.
This is ultimately Vicky's decision. We've put forward solid cases, I think.
Yeah,
All of
yeah.
us have, mostly.
Who's gonna take pole position on the fridge?
Yeah, what's going on the fridge?
I don't think it's the Snelephant. I'm sorry. I apologise. I feel like the Snelephant will be third.
Honestly, I'm stunned.
I'm intrigued.
Betrayed is what you feel.
Never from Vicky.
I feel like despite the 360 view, it can't do any damage from behind. Scorpion's tail go forward, and if there is more than one Ghino,
No.
the back is a
my-
weakness.
No way.
As
You
well
can't
as
be
its soft
serious.
belly.
The
I'm
soft
not-
belly.
It's not soft, again, for the millionth
But
time.
it's in my
just
notes.
Slightly less harder than the fucking crab
The
scale.
notes
There is no
stand-
way
the
you've gone for the
notes stand
Ghino.
10 out of 10
I'm
aggression.
explaining my thought process is that is a weakness because you're behind, it's fully exposed.
It's still solid at my
Your ass is hanging out, what can they
It's-
say?
But from the front, I don't think the Ghino would do any damage to the Scrabion
That's true.
because of the pincers.
There's a lot going on.
The
at
pincers are
front.
too high for the Ghino to even do any damage to it. But if it was to get behind you,
If it was.
you,
6 of us, though. Isn't it?
Just the one.
No, 2 of them have been wiped out. No, was it 4 of them that have been wiped
4
out
of
by the
them.
Snelephant?
4 that are trying
Before the
best.
Snelephant died. Yeah, let's just say that. It's my fantasy. I'll enjoy it. Now, go on, Vicky. It's the Ghino going on the fridge.
and this is only because I'm
Well done.
picturing an epic end scene where your guts are hanging out.
Pointing at.
I've played too much Skyrim and seen dragons annihilated with the sword down the belly.
Right.
I don't know why you're getting the picture back out, Laura. What argument are you going to present here?
Mine looks the most like a Dark Souls boss.
It does.
Just say yes, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm so happy.
It's
Well
such a
done.
shit
I'm
picture.
so happy.
It's such a shit picture.
This is a lesson for everyone. I put the minimum amount of effort into
Think
this.
smart.
This
No.
is not helping your case,
And
Claire.
still came out on top.
She hasn't even.
I haven't decided
Yeah, I was
yet.
gonna
I'm
say,
just
no.
saying
What the fuck? You are leading me up to a
I'm
victory.
edging. I'm edging.
If it's not me now,
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
write
lose
it.
my shit. Yeah, I'm gonna look like such a dickhead.
Ah. I do think it's the Ghino.
Yes!
Yeah,
Knew it!
that was an
Fridge
edge.
worthy!
I just see the Ghino charging through your legs, sort of toppling. Nothing ever big wins in fights that you see. They're too
What the?
Like the Oliphants in
Like
Lord of the
they
Rings.
We were
take
just
out-
talking about the T-Rex versus the Raptors.
Thank you very much.
But something you've got a lot of weight on the top, so one of your legs coming out. I feel like
You'd fall over instead.
You'd fall over.
That wouldn't fall over for shit.
You got 7 more.
I got 8 legs.
Exactly.
I can only see
You
4.
pop a couple out.
I can only see 4.
One of them goes in a pothole.
Just go. Just one side.
I don't know.
Still
I'm
works.
imagining the legs being a big weakness.
Not at all. They're armoured and they can crush shit. But you've made your decision.
I do.
It's the wrong one, but it's been.
Yeah, not happy.
Oh, I'm loving this. Mum's gonna be so happy that it's not the Snelephant on the fridge where he is. I will colour it in.
Colour it in before putting it on the fridge.
I'll colour it in fine.
Vicky, thank you ever so much for joining us on this podcast.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here after all these avid years of listening.
This is the only one you're going to actually make a point of listening to, isn't it?
I'm probably not going to listen to this one because I
Oh,
hate the
it's
sound of
good,
my own voice.
It's the quiz next.
Wow.
Year in the
Yeah,
making.
Mum's being livid about the fucking questions.
Yes, yeah.
She's stressing out and everything.
She's still pissed off that I bamboozled her last second.
I wonder if there'll be any questions about the epic battle of the creatures.
Mum doesn't listen to this shit.
What was Joe's score before Lorna knocked it all down?
I'd love to know the
That's higher.
statistic.
It was
Mine was,
higher.
I started off as a 43 and I ended with a 44. So
Oh, fair. You did
Lorna
alright.
bumped me up by a point.
You were your own demise.
I was hoping for the 10 to just slip after that. I thought, I've done you a favour.
I do have to applaud you for your manipulation, I must say.
Come in third.
Strong third.
Strong
too.
third.
Yeah,
It was a
wasn't
hard
even
decision.
close.
It was.
Without that manipulation, you'd have been right out with no consideration.
Your drawing is definitely the best one.
I agree with that. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Despite your skyline.
It says a lot.
And Vicky, as a token of my personal thanks, you may take the picture of the Scrabion home with you.
Oh, I don't have a fridge that can.
Then buy one for it.
I had to throw away all my magnets in the move because it's a
Oh.
built-in cupboard in the cupboard.
Oh, it's
That's good.
on a radiator.
And I've got finally got my McDonald's toy to take home.
Oh, nice.
You watched the Vince McMahon documentary.
I did.
Thoughts, feelings, what happened?
I loved it.
Did you? I've called my van
I
Vince
loved it.
McVan. The documentary came out first and then I named it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know how inappropriate it is.
I said very. I haven't watched it.
Being a female, it doesn't shed very good light for me to have enjoyed. I don't know, I enjoyed it.
From an entertainment point of view.
Yeah, I don't know, it still hasn't ruined any of my childhood memories of it.
That's good.
I mean, I remember Monday night Raw, and or back when it was Friday and Saturday, and me and my brother used to see the roster and make posters and sit on the bed and and then try and mimic the wrestling moves.
Did you used to fight with your brother?
Yeah,
we used to do that as well.
Yeah, filmed a lot of it as well. There's production value, had a curtain and everything.
It's very
Double
good.
mattress being the ring in my room.
Safety first.
Sometimes it would go through the house and we'd set up props. Sorry, Vicky, we'll get back to the documentary in a minute. We used to have a climbing frame and we had boxes at the foot of the climbing frame. We'd throw each other out of it. Same, we'd jump off the garage. There'd be strategic.
Don't try this at home. We absolutely tried it
And
at
it
home.
had a storyline as well.
Yeah, it did. It had this belt and everything. We did it now.
I do.
Drew on abs.
I know you guys still watch wrestling in some form. But I enjoyed the fact that there was very little wrestling back when I watched it, and it was all behind the scenes, like a smack talk.
We're in it for the storyline.
the true storyline, and the biggest lie to me, the biggest defeat that I had as a child is realising that Undertaker and Kane aren't actually brothers.
Yes, that was
I was
crushing.
devastated. The biggest lie ever told to me.
When did you find out?
Later than I should have.
Yeah.
Same, to be honest.
Yeah.
This documentary that I watched unravelled it all to me.
Only now. Oh my God.
It was just last week.
I was like, Jesus, that is quite a roller coaster. I didn't know it was that in depth.
I remember goring my brother into the side of the sofa. He had one of those wooden sort of arms to the skull, bruised back. Yeah. Well, I used to take my brother to school as well because my dad used to start at 6. So I, essentially gored my brother into the side of the sofa
Off to school.
at 8:30. Took him to school. Took myself to school. He got home. My dad was like, "Where's this fucking Bruce?"
You're that
Having a go at the school.
Yeah.
Thank God, don't worry about it.
vigorous PPE.
Yeah, it hasn't ruined any of the memories of Vince.
Oh, Vince.
It's quite.
And up until recently, I hadn't realised that he'd completely stepped away from everything.
Triple H has taken over.
Yeah, but I
everything for a
assumed
while
he
now.
still had
Influence.
sort of money in it,
Oh.
but he's completely
removed.
yeah.
Doesn't have stakes or nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Has been for a little while now.
And I hadn't realised that
I didn't-
until watching the.
I didn't realise he wasn't making
Documentary.
money from it.
Yeah, no,
though.
nothing.
I thought that he was still like.
And I just always sort of assumed that he'd die as.
He'll be on
dining to
AEW
the-
in no time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite interesting. I didn't watch any of the others. I only ever watched WWE. I never watched ECW or anything like that.
Oh, we didn't watch ECW back then. WCW mainly, and then Attitude Era. We started off with WCW, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the
TNA for a bit. Shall we fuck this off and get smashed?